This week's video is sponsored by Cricut.
Welcome back to this week's video. I have loads of little crafts in this one. I actually have lots in this week's video. I wanted to do some small bits for my niece and nephew's bedroom, including the cutest little laundry basket, a reading nook, and I had a shot at playing with some watercolor pens. So I think there's something for everyone in this one. I'm gonna get straight into the first project. Okay, first project. The lads need a laundry basket, and something you don't realise when you don't have kids and then you go and make them something. You realise how small their stuff is. So I'm after getting this laundry basket. It's just a basic canvas laundry basket, but I want to make it cute, and it's gonna do both of them because I was like, that if they probably fit their entire wardrobe in this laundry basket. So I'm going to just do it kind of, I think, a cute bear face on the front, but like make it cute. Also, I have glow-in-the-dark iron-on that has been sitting in my stash since before Christmas. And I think what I'm gonna do is, I have some scrap black heat transfer vinyl. So I think I'm going to do a little bear face on the front so everybody can see, cute bear, nice laundry basket. And then on the back, I think I'm going to do glow-in-the-dark. So then when the lights go off, the kids know that there is a glow in the dark bear on the back. I think it'd be really cute. Okay, let's open Design Space. I'm gonna go to projects and I'm gonna type in bear. It is quite broad of a selection. Hang on, bear face. Oh, this is kind of the vibe I like. I might actually, I'm gonna click on new project. I'm gonna go to images and I'm gonna type bear. I'll just type bear here actually. Kinda want something a little bit minimalist. I think that is kind of cute. Oh yes, okay. This is the vibe I am after. I'm gonna save this one or bookmark it so at least I kinda can come back to it because there's so many. This looks kinda cute, but he looks a little bit sad. That one's cute. I like the idea. Oh, how cute is that one? I like the idea of just like the eyes and the nose. That one's cute too. So this is where I fall down the rabbit hole of looking for cute bear faces and end up going back to the first one. I'm gonna scroll up to the top. I think I'm gonna go with this one and I'll check my stash because I definitely have a black scrap heat transfer vinyl, but I'm gonna see if I have a nice color like that because I think it'd be cute. Now I can hide this as well. So that looks kind of cute, or I can have that. I do like this. Let me see if I put it back on. I'm just using the little eye icon in the corner. Yeah, I think it needs a little face. Okay, I am gonna measure the canvas to see how big I want to make the bear face, and then I'm gonna check my vinyl stash to see what I have. So I have just adjusted the size and I popped some vinyl on a mat. Now, I think my mat is running out of sticky. I've had this a good while. I'm gonna hit go. Please ignore all the seedlings that are on the windowsill. I found some gold vinyl. I actually made a mistake on this. I didn't put a shiny side down, which always happens to me when I work with heat transfer vinyl. You mirror and shiny side down. Now the screen does tell you to do that, so I'm going to use this, I think, for the little bear face. And I think I'm gonna do stars, glow-in-the-dark stars, and load them for the back of the laundry basket, because the little bear face, I was thinking if I just do the face and if I do the brown bit, it's all going to blend in. So I'm thinking cute little stars and a couple of them all on the back. Then I'll get more like bang for my glow-in-the-dark book.
After cutting all of the pieces on the Cricut machine, I then use the weeding tool to weed out any of the excess vinyl on the back to get it ready to place it onto the canvas laundry bag. I'm using the Cricut Easy Press Tree, which comes with a handy app that you can use via Bluetooth. So it sends the heat settings directly to the machine, so it takes out the guesswork when you're using an iron on the temperature and how long you need to stick it down for, so it's really handy. Once the heat transfer vinyl has gone cool, you can then peel it off.
Did you see I made a mistake? I ironed my nose to the sheet underneath. You're supposed to lift. This is the piece of paper that was on the there. And I just stuck it on, didn't I? Didn't I? And today I said will not be a mistake making day. I will hit mirror and I will put a shiny side down. But that's how we learn. This is how we learn. I'm happy to share my mistakes if it means you don't make them too. Okay, this is making me giddy. This is the glow-in-the-dark vinyl. Let's see if my camera will zoom. So this is the glow-in-the-dark heat transfer vinyl. And I also have some normal vinyl and glow-in-the-dark. And people who watch my Sunday garden video will probably be shouting at the screen saying, girl, put some of that glow-in-the-dark vinyl on your tools, your hand tools that you keep leaving outside and you keep forgetting them and they get lost because they'll glow in the dark at night. Now that could be for another day, but I've decided I think I'll do some stars on the side of the laundry basket because they'll either hang it in the bedroom. How cute is that? They'll either hang it, there is little poles as well for it to stand upright, but the back of it I was just thinking will probably be against a wall or a door. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do some glow in the dark stars on the side, and the vinyl is quite blendy. I don't think you'll notice it in daytime. It kind of blends in. Something I've learned about my niece and nephew is they love things that glow or lights or twinkle. I think it's cause like when you're scared of the dark and they've just gone into like their big boy and big girl bedroom, so they sleep by themselves, and I think they like anything that gives them a bit of light, just something I've noticed. So we are gonna get this glowing. I'm too impatient to wait until nighttime to see if this is going to glow, so I'm gonna go in the hot press because it's dark in there and see if they glow. Hang on. Oh, they do. I want to play with watercolor markers. You know how I love to do a bit of art, but my drawing skills are they're not good. However, I'm gonna cheat. You've probably seen, if you saw a few videos back where I was painting on tiles, I used a stencil to paint some tulips. So you can cheat a little bit. I have these watercolor markers and I haven't used them yet, so let's open them. So there's 8 in a pack and it comes with this little pen. Hang on. It comes with this pen that you fill with water. So we get the Cricut to draw our design. So I'm gonna do a hot air balloon, and then we get to put a bit of water in this, and we go around the lines and we turn it into a watercolor picture, hopefully anyway. I do have some watercolor cards, so if you want, actually, it's a hot air balloon on the back. Meant to be. If anyone saw, I put a hot air balloon lamp in my niece's bedroom. So I just have like a pad of paint paper, so it's kind of thick. So I'm gonna resize the design so that I could put it on this paper. So this is just watercolor paper. It's just like a one you'd pick up in an art shop. So yeah, let's have a play with some watercolor pens. Also, you don't need a Cricut. If you are good at drawing and you want to get some watercolor pens, you can use these, obviously freehand, if you're good at the drawing. But if you're like me ain't so good at the drawing, we can cheat. Okay, so I've opened up a new canvas. I'm going to click on images. Hot air balloon has already been saved. Now on the left hand side, I'm going to go down to operation type. Nope, hang on. Project type. And there is a box that says for watercolor markers. And here is a little hot air balloon. But you can also go into, so for example, you can click, what's this? So see these green things? So it has operation, so you have pen. And then when you click on this box, it has a marker, but I think I saw a watercolor marker on one of the sides. Yeah, so you can change the color. So black watercolor, brown watercolor, red watercolor. So if you pick a different design, so if you don't click for a watercolor project and you click a different hot air balloon, scroll on the marker size or the pen size, this box here, and you can select watercolor marker and it will show you how it's going to look. Now I need to remember where this green thing was. Resize the whole thing so that it's going to be big enough to fit on my piece of paper. I'm going to click make it, and I'm going to put this on a light grip mat, and what it's going to do is I'm going to click continue. Your machine will tell you which colored marker to load into the machine, and then you hit go and it will work its magic. So I probably should have done a practice run before going straight in on the hot air balloon, but I was just playing around with the marker and the pressure on the watercolor pen then as well. I did print out a second project, which you're going to see now in a minute, so that I could practice painting inside the lines. Okay, I want to do a new design and I've just figured something out. So I want to do this. It's a great day to read a book graphic. And let me just click on this one. So if you go to pen, go beside it. So when I imported this image, it was on fine point and I couldn't find the watercolor option. So then I remembered you click marker. So I went down to marker, and that is where you will find your watercolors, and there's also like obviously normally you've got infusible ink markers as well, and then you have like your normal marker. But if you scroll down to the bottom, that is where you will find the different color watercolor markers to use. So I just thought I would share that with you. So if you are like, hey, where is the option for the watercolor marker, just make sure that you are clicked on marker and not fine point or one of the other ones. So I just thought I'd share that with you. So I'm going to make this, so 20 centimeters times, I think I'm going to go with that. And again, the machine will tell me which marker to stick. Oh, hang on. I'm going to just click attach, and that should fix that. Make it
Yes, it has fixed it. So I'm going to load up my mat and then I'm going to follow the instructions on screen and it will tell me which marker to load. So if I click continue and then I select my base material, which will be heavy cardstock. I'm just selecting heavy cardstock because my pad of paper says that that's what the GSM is. So I'm going to just select that one. So it says load the red watercolor and then I just follow the instructions and I have to load them at. And then it will tell me which other colour to load and then it will do all of the magic for me. So first of all, this is actually really relaxing. It's quite a relaxing one. But, so this one, this is my second attempt and I do prefer this one because I stared inside the lines. Now I don't think I should have used yellow though. I think the yellow gets a bit lost in this, but definitely better. My first attempt, again, I think the yellow, I probably should have changed it to a darker colour. Just to give it more of a defined shape, but I tried to play around with blending some of the colours as well, whereas with this one I coloured the whole thing on the inside and I probably should have done the same with this, but this is dry now so I don't think actually, can I re-wet it? Yeah, this is dry now, so I can't get much of a blend on this one. So I think I need some practice, but what I've learned is paint inside the lines with the watercolor to get a nice little effect. And the yellow, I probably should have used orange because it's red. So I think if I used an orange on this one, so play around with the colors. But I've had the most relaxing hour just drinking tea, playing with watercolors. So let me know if you have a shot at this. I think I'm going to do another few and see if I can perfect the skill of it. But definitely painting inside the lines and using a little bit of water. Also, another thing you could do is dip the tip of this in water, in a little thing of water if you find squeezing it is too much. Not a lot comes out when you squeeze it, just a little bit around the tip when you squeeze it hard. But I had like a little scrap piece of material beside me to wipe off any excess. But yeah, you could dip it in if you preferred. And if you don't want to do watercolors, you can also follow the same image and just use normal markers and you could color them in if you wanted to. If you don't want to go down the watercolor route, but it is quite relaxing. Hello. For my next project, I want to do some shelves in my niece's bedroom, but I want to put maybe some hot air balloons or fairies, which was on her decor brief when I initially chatted to her. I have these, some of you guys might remember them. I have these Ikea picture ledges and I use Mosslanda is the name. I used these for a teacup wall many moons ago and you guys would have seen I made a new teacup cabinet, teacup wall 2.0. She more sophisticated, she got doors and everything. Anyway, I'm going to use, oh no, has it worked? Okay, one of them is damaged, but that's okay. I'll cut off the damaged end. See, it's after warping. Must have gotten some moisture. Okay, the rest of it is good though. I measured my niece's wall and I only need 53 centimeters. So I'm going to try and cut these to size
paint them in the same shade as what's in her bedroom and use these as little, you can put books on them. They're deep enough that you could put little trinkets or something. But the idea is that she can put books and pictures and it can be a little reading nook. So it's just making the most of this wasted wall space that's there. So first thing I got to do is cut these up and paint them. But thankfully it's sunny in the garden and it's not too cold, so I can do it outside. So I have some gold smart vinyl, but this is removable. So if down the line hot air balloons, they are not in fashion with my niece, it is easily removed and I just use a little wallpaper scraper to take it off. I'm just seeing what the gold looks like in contrast to this lighter pink tone. So I want it obviously to be seen. This is the colour of the little section of wall that I'm going to be sticking it in. So I'm thinking of this in hot air balloons just behind it. So I like the contrast of the two colours. You can still see it, but it's nice and subtle because Lily obviously does have wallpaper and other stuff going on in her room. So the colour of this, I think it's just gold, I think. Oh, champagne and removable. Okay, so I'm back in Design Space and I've just searched for hot air balloon images, but ones that are cut only because I'm just going to be cutting one colour. I'm just going to go up and click bookmarked. So these are ones that I have just saved. So I'm trying to think ones that will be like a nice mix with each other. I was thinking as well, this one here with the stars, I think I'm going to cut this in glow in the dark vinyl and stick it on. Now I like these ones because this will be all champagne, so it will be quite like a big piece of colour, but then I like this because it's got, you'll see some of the pink underneath. So I think I'm gonna try and maybe narrow it down to 3. I'm gonna take this one out, I think, because I prefer the shape of these two. And I really like this as well. And I want this in glow in the dark. So let's add this one, this one, this one, and this one. Add to canvas. And then I will resize these so that they are big enough. I'm just going to move all of these. And then I can resize them. So I'm just going to move them on my canvas, out of the way. So I'm going to make these big enough because she does have a large enough area behind where the shelves are going to be. So thinking maybe about 30 centimeters each. Something else, I'm going to go over to images on the left hand side. And I just want to type in, it was actually a ballerina she was looking for. So let's see, ballerina. Oh, how cute. Okay, I'm just going to bookmark my faves like the last time. I like the skirt on this one. So I'm thinking if I do a couple of ballerinas as well, because she does like them. I think she likes the kind of fairy vibe of the ballerinas. I'm going to actually just click Operation Type
cut only, so that will just narrow it down to the ones that will just be cutting on vinyl. As you can see, you can fall down the rabbit hole of trying to find the perfect ballerinas, but I actually really liked the ones that are at the top, so I might just do a couple of these. I like the 3 of these. Is that purple one the same as this one? I think it is. I'm going to do this, this and this. Let's add 2 of these. We can cut a couple of these. So I'm just putting everything onto the canvas, going to resize it, and then I'll click make it. We'll be cutting everything on the champagne coloured vinyl, with the exception of I might do 1 or 2 of them in the glow in the dark vinyl, and I'll show you actually that glow in the dark vinyl now.
I've still got my woodworking glasses on, my safety goggles. So this is the removable glow in the dark vinyl. It's the same as the one I used on the laundry basket, only this is a vinyl. The other one was a heat transfer vinyl. So when I cut out my design, I then weed it, and then I used some transfer tape to stick it onto the wall, which you're gonna see. So glows in the dark, just like the other one. Also, I don't have time to use them in this video, but I will use them in a future one. There is some new vinyls that have been released, and they are UV activated and temperature activated, so they change colour. So this is a UV activated vinyl. Is this a vinyl? This is a heat transfer one, and there's normal vinyl as well. Cold activated, and I did see, so this is UV. So for example, if you see in the picture on the back of this, you'll see it's like a purple kind of shade on top, and then it's going down into pink. If you have a look on Cricut's Instagram, I have seen videos of projects. People have used this in projects. I seen one where this was stuck on a cup, or it was a glass, and because it's cold activated, there was a drink popped in it and it changed colour. So this is pink, and I think it changes to green, and this is blue, and I think it changes to purple. That's what's on the back, so that could be really funky. But there was also, I did see UV activated. This is heat activated, so if you put this on like a mug or a cup and then you pop in the drink, very funky. But there, I definitely seen one that was UV, or did I make it up? This is UV activated, so when the sunshine hits it, it changes the colour, which is quite cool. Definitely that could be something fun in the garden. So this is yellow. I wonder what colour it changes. It does have the purple thing on the back, but I don't know if that's the colour it's going to change to. So that is funky. I just thought I would share some new bits. These only came out, I think, in the last month. I think they came out the end of March. Also, dissolvable paper labels. So if you're doing labels, so like maybe on storage jars with the dates on the bottom, you just run this under a tap and it will dissolve. Magic. But I haven't tried any of these yet. I've just a glow in the dark is what I wanted to try in this video. But when I have a project in mind for this, we shall use them. Okay, let's set up my machine and get cutting. I've laid out all of my balloons, so I have the bigger balloons, smaller balloons, to try and make the illusion of a bit of depth. I cut a couple of little ballerinas off. I have some glow-in-the-dark stars, because I'm thinking glow-in-the-dark stars up the top around the balloons because it's going to be a bit of a sky. I'm having way too much fun with this balloon wall. So I've also just got, these are nice and dry, but I'm going to be putting them up tomorrow. I just have to drill a second hole in each of these. So when I go around to Lily's house tomorrow, all I'll have to do is stick these up and then stick up the balloons. I'm not sure whether I'm gonna stick the balloons up on the wall first and then stick the shelf. They have quite a thick back, so yeah, and my balloons are quite big. I'll figure it out when I get there. I suppose if I treat the wall as balloons up the top, ballerinas down the bottom. Maybe I'm overthinking. But I've just laid out all of the bits that I need for when I go around, and I'm really happy with all of the different kind of varieties of balloon. And then yeah, I just have some glow in the dark stars. I cut off 2 sheets of them as well.
I had a lovely assistant today who helped me by handing me my pencil and my spirit level.
If it stays.
Okay, I just had to do the other screw. Is it staying? Although I had cut 5 of those shelves, we decided to only use 3 of them just because I didn't want to block the hot air balloons, and Lily can only reach the second one. When she gets a little bit bigger, she can reach the third one, and who knows, we could add more shelves as needed.
I hope it doesn't fall. Yep.
Final onto a surface is pretty easy. Just give the surface a little wipe down beforehand just to remove any dust, just to stop any bumps forming underneath. So just give it a little wipe down and then you can stick it on to the surface, and I'm just using this little scraper tool to smooth it down onto the surface, and then I'm peeling back that top layer of transfer tape. We also decided on putting the glow in the dark stars on the back of her door because the colour of the glow in the dark stars was kind of clashing with the champagne colour of the balloons and the painted wall. So we put the stars on the back of the door so she could still get the glow in the dark fix, but we just had it in a different area in the room.
I had a lot in this week's video. If you have any Cricut machine questions, that's a mouthful. Cricut machine questions, Cricut questions. Oh, that's it. A Cricut Q&A. Okay, I'm running away with myself. But if you have any like questions about machines or materials or if you have a machine and maybe you might have gotten one earlier in the year as a present for Christmas, or if it's just a little bit like your sewing machine and it's sitting there gathering dust, let me know if I can help you in any way. Leave any questions in the comments. I'll keep an eye on the comment section and I'll see if I can help you out. Sometimes I think it can be overwhelming when you want to try something, but what I always say when it comes to your machine and a project, pick something nice and simple to begin with. So when you look at like, you know, a design or a project, if there's like a lot of weeding or cutting or different things, that can get a bit overwhelming. So I always say start small, keep your design simple, and then you can layer on with your ideas and you can build up your confidence and do bigger projects. So just like any other craft, whether it's, you know, using your sewing machine, a beginner isn't going to go straight in and sew a dress. Fair play to you if you do though. So yeah, just start small, layer, get used to your machine and go. But if you do have any questions or you're having any problems, pop them in the comment section and I'll see if I can help you out. I'm actually going to tell my niece my machine is broke, because if she asks me for any more things for her bedroom, I think I'm going to burn out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Massive thank you to Cricut for sponsoring this week's video, and I'll see you all in next week's video and on Sunday in the garden video.